Welcome back to a new video. So we are back with the Colorado Rockies. We are in the off season here. So we are going to work through it and hopefully improve upon our 75 and 87 record, which honestly is an improvement from last year. So the biggest needs that we have is pitching. Our hitting did okay. Our pitching was pretty horrendous in every conceivable way. We were the worst in strikeouts and close to the worst in ERA, but our hitting was top 10. And home runs were 18th, but we're not too worried about that amount. So we can always get our hitting a little bit better, but pitching is going to be where we need to make the biggest strides forward. So let's move forward and make sure that international free agents are signed by them. So perfect. And we'll move forward in that regard. So the Orioles won the World Series there. Let's see if there's anyone. We'll go ahead and claim him. Continue to move forward. So we have successfully claimed him. Brooks Baldwin. We'll go ahead and claim him as well. Go ahead and claim this pitcher as well. A lot of decent guys that are potentially available on waivers before we even get into free agency and stuff, which is nice. Just look to build, just get as many different chances of having good players as we possibly can. So our 40 man is filled right now, so we got to go. Really can just get rid of some random pitchers that we probably won't need. Honestly, we get rid of all these guys. Make some space. Unfortunately, he wants way, or they want, the Marlins, I should say, want way too much. We don't want to give up Charlie Condor. We don't want to give up him. Definitely don't want to give up him. Or Ezekiel, so. But it doesn't appear impossible, so we'll go down to AAA. We could offer Cole Craig and Dylan King. Actually, pretty close. So Brandon Lowe. Oh, that would be a mistake to get rid of him. Chase Doolander could be a good enough prospect for them, but not. I mean, Sandy Alcantara, so a bit risky, but he's 30. We'll see. We should have got them to eat some of that contract, but he's injured for 7 weeks. Obviously, we're in their off season, so that doesn't really matter. Risky signing in that regard, but let's go set up our rotation. So Christian Scott would move down to being our third starter, which he pitched 200 innings, or just about 200 innings for us. And Bernie Martinez kind of was pretty mid for us as well. Chris Bubik we got as well. I don't know. I feel like our rotation got a little bit better. We definitely got a good bullpen, or at least as far as the closing position goes, we have that there. We have another guy that we got from the from waivers that's pretty decent. So I think we're making some productive moves. Brooks Baldwin, not the best player, but he's there. The Marlins want to trade us Jesse Winker. Him? No, not at all. Jesse Winker's a little too old, and Tologa had what 20 or 34 home runs. So obviously, our hitting's going to be a little exaggerated because of the home field advantage that we have. Uh, but he is kind of primed. Like this could be like his peak season, and there is a lot of interest for him. So we can see if we can maybe pick up another starting pitcher potentially. We wouldn't need someone like that, but it seems like there's honestly some pretty decent interest in him. Because we got Sandy Alcantara, but he's not going to fix our pitching problem. Our pitching problems go deeper than him. So we'll do a quick scroll to see if there's anyone really big available. Not really. So we'll do a slower scroll back up to look someone like that. And we're not looking for more hitting though. That's the thing. Like it's a pretty okay pitcher. Might just try to go down and trade for that guy just normally. Not seeing anyone that's like I have to trade this guy for. Could get Gavin Williams. I kind of want to trade. We'll trade for Angel Martinez. So 242. He's a good outfielder. Angel can also, so he's younger. He's a utility man, so he can play all the positions. So what we're going to do we actually got Kyle Manzardo from Arizona, not actually from Cleveland. That could honestly be let's look at our outfield to see what we have. So oh, went too far. So we have Alec Burleson, Bretton Doyle, Jacob Young, which I thought he was an infielder. I guess he's just a straight up outfielder. I'm thinking the guy that played for the Colorado Rockies. So we're pretty scarce as far as um, outfield goes. Will Wagner can play first. Brandon Lowe can play first. Callum Manzardo can play first. Sterling Thompson, who's played a little bit in the majors, but he can play first. And Michael Toglia can play first as well. So we could also potentially. How did we even get his? Did we claim him off waivers? So I feel like we just trade him since we just got him off waivers. Anhelm is developing, so definitely want to grab him if we can. Um, we can take another look. It's also a really easy way to just find random players um, that teams have interest in trading, which is usually how I use this, unless I'm really looking to get rid of a particular player. Gavin Williams could also be a decent player to try to get, so we're going to remove him because we don't actually want to trade him. And yeah, so they just want a bat, essentially. Not really too interested in getting him, though. Hmm. Joe Ryan could be interesting. Go ahead and remove him, see if there's interest outside of him. So he batted 218 for us. He's really good in the outfield, decent speed, but definitely expendable. I believe we got him because he can play center field. But Joe Ryan would be a really good pitcher to get for us, and then we can work at the outfield problem. And we could still, I mean, in theory, we could trade Michael. I'm not even necessarily opposed to it, but it just has to be the right person, and they have to not want anyone else really. Hmm. I feel like there was also was a random. I mean, we could try to. We're just gonna get all of the good players. So Starlin Caba is a good shortstop prospect. Um, So in this world, Jacob Mizraski has dwindling stamina and decent potential still, but he is kind of expendable. I feel like Ben Hess, his control potential is not that high. His control potential is not that high. I feel like getting Starlin here, I feel like he's, I don't know. We'll go ahead and just make this trade. We don't really, I guess, I mean, it doesn't really help us now, of course, but it doesn't really hurt us either. So Michael Greavy was who I was looking at before. So we'll come back to him, make sure there's no one else really of big interest. Gilbert really struggled last year in 26 games. 276 in AAA though. Joe Adell has good power. Hit 33 home runs last year. He's in LA as well. So what we could potentially do is look for Joe Adell, DJ Hill, and we remove him and see if they want to give us something else. They don't even want him in this trade. So Joe Adell, we can give a lot of different players for. Honestly, I mean, he's out for 9 months, so they want him, want that project to fix. I'm fine getting Joe Adell. A little bit of power in the bat. And then this is our last opportunity to trade. But we can look down. I think the Angels had. Let me look up. Jimmy Kingsbury. 7-9, 4.58. Not the greatest, not the worst. So, nothing too crazy. Like, Sam Bachman would be okay. Ben Joyce could be good. We can make a trade right here. This is where Michael might be expendable. So, we're going to put him on there. And then we're going to see if we can throw Ben Joyce on it. Zach Veen. See if we can remove Michael and put someone else on. Hmm. I mean, in 12 games last year, he pitched productively, and in 2024, he pitched productively as well. It's good control. But I feel like it's better. So, like, for this trade, we get Sam Bachman, and we get another good bullpen arm, and we trade someone that we just picked up on waivers. So, I feel like this is still a good trade for us. So, we got a lot of good players. Let's just take a quick glance at our rotation now. So, now Joe Ryan is in there. Chris Bubik still there. Bernie Martinez is still fifth man, which is kind of like his ceiling, I would say, for us. Now we have Ben Joyce as a setup man. We have a lot of potential bullpen arms, but we even have several guys that could potentially make that, like Sam Bachman, that could take the spot of Bernie Martinez. Which really, I feel like we just throw him in, and then Bernie can potentially be dished out. I don't think we can trade any more people today. So I believe that was a free agent. .87 ERA in 9 games. Not bad. So there are some guys that are still available that are good pitchers. Michael King, Zach Eflin. So we don't want to do 5 years. We can do 3 though. All right, we'll do 4. All right, we don't want you then, Zach. I don't want you that bad. We'll see if Michael King's a little bit nicer. 3 years. Okay. I just think partially I probably just don't want to come to a team that was bad last year. Clayton Kershaw could be an interesting player for us. Does Chris Martin have stamina? He doesn't. I mean, they're pretty cheap though. Ryan Presley's 37. You can have the no trade clause. We'll just release you if you don't work out. So grab some veteran bullpen arms. We had Kobe Allard on our team. We ended up releasing him. We're going to offer him a contract. It says it's extremely hard, so he might not like us. We can also see if Clayton Kershaw wants to come to Colorado. We can do 2 years with him. Okay. We can't get another good pitcher. Should just offer him this original, but he probably wouldn't have accepted it. Probably would want more money. So we're going to go ahead and just keep claiming these guys off waivers. Teoscar Hernandez actually has 60 power. Well, let's discuss this. We're not doing that. That part I can guarantee. Contract's $10 million, so it's not prohibitively expensive. I'm not entirely opposed to trading the catcher, but at the same time, like, I feel like someone like Will Wagner would be someone that, like, if they wanted him, that would be a better person than Brooks Baldwin. We just claimed off waivers, so I wouldn't really mind jumping off him. Jun-Hoo Chu, we just signed as a free agent. Let's throw Bernie on there. Yanquiel Fernandez and Angel Martinez. We have a lot of bats. We can actually look. Let's we need to look at our 40-man. Angel can come up. I mostly just want to see what the AI thinks for our lineups. So Will could, I mean, like Angel can kind of play everywhere. Brooks is definitely, he's going to be a AAA man. We had Drew Romo to start as catcher. So they actually will put Brandon Lowe over Michael. So it kind of makes him expendable. He had 196 strikeouts, which is kind of wild. And Yanquiel Fernandez might be someone that we want to have start. Alex Burleson definitely is someone that we could look to trade as well. Because now we have Angel to kind of fill in his spot. So Jung-Ho Lee, get them to retain some of that contract. Let's go with 80%. Okay. We're getting closer. So like Agner, like this is a perfect guy to trade. Low control potential, low stamina, decent potential still. Let's see if we can get. So we'll keep 80 or let them keep 80%. Um, we're good with that. So kind of a lateral move, but I feel like Jung Ho Lee's a little bit better in center field. And so that gives us some flexibility. All right, so what's Michael in left field of all places? So I kind of feel like our lineup's a little bit crazy now as far as hitting goes. Pitching, I feel like we're pretty decent right now. Go ahead and demote him. Demote. All right. So we got 30 players. Well, we'll eventually get 4 more off. Okay. I don't know. I'm very curious. Like, I feel like we're making positive changes. I feel like the moves we're making are improving our team. I feel like our hitting could actually be like really, actually pretty insane. Um, we can look at the free agency offers. 32 million. That's actually nuts. All right, so pending offers. Oh, these are all internationals. All right, so we're just gonna go ahead and just give them 10. We gotta clear more spots on our 40 man. I mean, he has 2-star potential. Didn't pitch bad last year, but gotta make space. Guess we could have waived him. We didn't have to release him, but he's kind of 29 years old. Chris Martin. Chris. Oh, there we go. So we have spot for one more man. I feel like it'd be risky to waive him, but we're gonna go ahead and try it. Someone might claim him. So I feel like that makes our bullpen even better. I really want to put Bernie in the starting rotation. Which now Chris Martin would actually be our closer. Justin Martinez would be. We have a lot of. I feel like that's. I'm fine with that as well. I'm not opposed to that at all. Someone gave $150 million to Ranger Suarez. Kind of crazy. But I'm pretty happy with this offseason so far. Let's try to kind of power through the rest of it so we can get to spring training. I don't think there's anything else major that we need to do. Because, like, and if we look at our lineups, like, Jung Ho Lee could be someone that we deal at some point, but like 262 average, that's pretty good for a backup outfielder. I feel like Yanquiel Fernandez might just be at AAA until he develops a little bit more. So there's not like pressure to keep him up at the major league level. So we're actually just going to demote him right now. And same with Sterling Thompson. There's not really any reason to have him at the major league level, even though he's 24. He still has some time to develop, and we have Onhill, Hunter, Jung Ho Lee, and Will to kind of be our bench players. Onhill could also potentially go back down to AAA as well. He played a little bit in Cleveland in 2024, and then was in AA and AAA this past year, so kind of bounced around those two leagues. But as far as pitching goes, we have a ton of guys. Santiago Contra is going to be ready in a couple days. So I don't know. I like our team. Let's look at our international Rule 5 eligible players. He's already at 1.5 stars at 16 years old. I'm going to go with the philosophy of just throw everyone on a promote to the lowest team. Do I also have it so they promotion? Yeah, so minor league promotions and demotions. We have that set up. So then let's look here at the lab. So we can, all right, so we can't do anything else. So let the AI fill in that. So we're in the minor, or we're in the spring training now. I feel like we go here. Why can't we bring 60? So we bring 20 more people. So we'll scroll all the way down. Whoops. Oopsie. We have Corey Kubler still. And Patrick Corbin. All right, so the rest. Welcome to the major leagues for now. So we got our lineups. Let them kind of figure out everything for that. And yeah, I'm not really too worried. So maybe Angel, where's his best potential is left field. So I feel like we give him some time in left field this spring training. Give him that developmental time. But it is quite nice that he can play literally every position. I guess besides catcher. A savage way of treating AAA where if you get hurt, you just get demoted. Unless you're really good. We did acquire a power hitter. I forgot that was a goal for us. So, I mean, Joe Adell had what, 33 home runs. So, I mean, like, that's pretty good. 204 average, which is not that good, but we're dominating spring training. We're winning the division. Very important. So 23 more days, or 22 more days, until we are at opening day. I know we lost our spring training lead. We're not going to win spring training. Only one tie, though. Hunter Diaz had 7 home runs in spring training. What a beast. All right. International Complex. Looking empty as I like it. All right. First step is to move all the 2 stars down. All right, we have to get 4 more players down the AAA. Definitely have too many pitchers right now. So he'll go down because I know he drops down a little bit as a non-starting pitcher. And then just look for someone that's really young, that has more years to develop. So he's older, but he meets the criteria for being dropped down. And then Gabriel Hughes. So he's someone that could be interesting to bring up. We actually kind of want to bring him back up, not going to lie. I feel like we need to bring down another pitcher. So relief. Okay, we can't bring him up yet. That means we got to drop off 2 hitters. So Yankiel, we'll demote him, and Sterling. And then bring Gabriel Hughes back up. Organize our staff so we got enough pitching. Organize this so we have enough hitting. And then we can look around. You know, maybe Jung Ho Lee fetches some interest for someone else that maybe is a, I don't know. I don't know really what we're looking for, but just to see what's there. So we can get a really good bullpen arm. Honestly, might be the play. Because he would be our lockdown closer. I can't believe they want to trade him. We try to work and get Ross Hill as well. That might be pretty cool. How long is he out? Minimal a day? Can we just get all your veteran pitchers? So throw us him. And we will give you, absolutely, we'll give you a 2-star player. And then you have to give us $10 million. Ooh, Brandon Lowe would be an interesting player to give up, but no. And then Tony, definitely not. He's like, what, the number 7 prospect? What if we put Starlin on there? No. So, I mean, this is a pretty. We won't have Jung Lo in our team for very long, but I feel like this makes our pitching even better. So we'll look here, and we have to drop 2 guys down. So Anthony Molina can definitely go down. And Bernie potentially, but we'll keep him there for now. And now I think actually Gabriel can actually go down. If I can actually do that, there we go. So then Joe Jimenez and Rasul. And we still have, we have guys we can bring out. So now it might be on kill time. So let's look at our lineups. So right now we'll keep it here to where on Hill he got up to a 60 overall as a left fielder, which is nice to see. And then we have Yankill to get some at bats. And then if, Joe Adele starts to struggle or really anyone in the outfield starts to struggle, we got on Hill that can play in center. Can he play center as well? He can just play right field. I'm sure he could learn left field as well, but he might not be a very good center fielder. Let's look at the top 7. I think we got Big Tony on there, starting pitcher, who we just signed as an international free agent. So that's pretty cool. I'm pretty sure that's who we signed. Yeah, out of the Netherlands. That's pretty funny. All right, so let's go to the front office, check our player development. So now Kill is a number 24 prospect, and Charlie is the number 22nd. So we have a lot of guys in the top 100. Okay, so we like that. And got Starlin 101st rated. We have a lot of guys. We're second overall. So we have a lot of guys in the top 200. So I'm pretty excited about the team. I feel like, yeah, they can have them. So we'll see how this first game looks. We didn't lose anyone else. How are these teams looking? Looks like they got some space for some more teenagers. Throw them on there. Throw them to the wolves. But I like we have a lot of potential guys to bring up from AAA, but we also have a full roster, so we're not really holding anyone back that we like in a spot that we need. Angel Martinez is now 3-star potential in center field, which is pretty poggers. So I feel like we have a team that can be good. I believe. We've lost every game this year. We're 0-2. Season's over. Ezekiel's off to a hot start. We have a lot of home runs already. So hopefully we can figure it out. I mean, we acquire Brandon Lowe and Joe Adele, so we have a lot of power that we acquired. So, do we really want to waste his options? Probably not. All right, lineups. All right, we're all good there. Dodgers are off to a 1-6 start. That's pretty bad. Our starting pitching is off to a bad start. Now it's starting to cruise. 8-5. Are we good? Are we playoff worthy, Brandon Doyle? 13 months. So a good thing that we got a bunch of other good bullpen arms. Okay, so Gabriel can come up here. It's a good thing we picked up Joe. I mean, 6.43 kind of stinks, but good thing we picked him up. Angel's out for 4 to 5 weeks. Broke his thumb. He was giving his team too much of a thumbs up and broke his thumb. So we bring Starlin up. Not that he really fills that slot, but now we can look at free agency since we have some guys that are out for a while. Chris Bryant batted 140 for Arizona. So we can offer both of these guys contracts, and then Not that we really need infield, but we can offer some infield as well. Also, like how it says it's very easy to sign Chris Bryant. Of course, he's very desperate to get onto a team. I mean, it's not really that interesting for us. Lance Lynn is injured. We can. So, I mean, there is some starting pitching that is available. We just would love to have some bullpen arms. He's out 5 months. We can offer him a contract. He wants $2 million. Can we do like a 3-year contract with him? So, I mean, could be a steal. I felt like, did we release him? Oh, he just became a minor league free agent. We just didn't resign him. I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of good pitching free agents. But I'm deeply offended that I mean, who did you even sign with? You're in Washington. You signed with Washington for a minor league contract. So I mean, you're kind of a hypocrite. All right, we got Chapman. I mean, he might never pitch for us, but low risk, high reward type contract. And we're losing everyone. Ruptured MCL. So it's a good thing we signed some guys to bring down or to bring up. So Andrew Benedetti, or however you say his name. But I think we put in Yankew. And then can Joe play center? Joe can actually play center. How about that? All right, so I feel like we navigated the couple of injuries we've had so far pretty decently. We'll see if our wins continue to pile up like they appear to be. Ryan Presley's out for 1 to 2 weeks, or substantial. I feel like we drop him out for that. What's Kyle have? Hand soreness. It's a little sus. It's a little sus. And we can bring up someone like Sam, unless he stinks. Unless he stinks. All right, Anthony. A lot of injuries. It's probably our trainer's fault. I'll personally hold him accountable by firing him if we keep getting hurt. All right, he was not up here for a while. All right, we got Ben Joyce back from the IL. He's got the flu. All right, so let's look at our player development, see if anything radical changed. Justin Martinez got better. His overall improved after his elbow exploded. Love to see it. Love to see it. Jack Bauer's chilling in rookie ball. Starting pitcher's potential went down. So nothing too crazy. And then Justin Martinez apparently getting better after his elbow explodes. Kobe Mayo, player of the week, 290 average. Brand Lowe, 8 home runs. Michael Togel, 8 home runs. Joe Dell's batting 309 with only 2 home runs. Sandy needs to get his life together. Same with Chris Bubik. Ben Joyce is getting hurt again. It's moderate. I feel like we drop him out, and then we leave it here for Ryan Presley. come in a day. 22-13. I mean, we're over 500 by 9 games. We're first in the division. Did we fix the Rockies? That's the real question. Kyle Manzardo struggling there. Really, our starting pitching is kind of cheap still, but our bullpen is pretty high. Angel Martinez is out longer. Not what you want to see. I like how Bernie is 5-1 with a 2.79 ERA. And he was someone who was like, I don't even know if I want him on my team. And it's been our best pitcher. I guess Christian Scott's been good as well. But hopefully other guys settle down a little bit. All right, so look here at pitching. Gabriel can go. Honestly, what we're going to do is Chris Bubik's 7 ERA, so we're going to demote him. Gabriel's going to go in, and we're going to bring Ben Joyce back. Joe Ryan is struggling, but he is good enough to where we just let him ride that out. Sandy's getting a little bit better, dropping his ERA. Joe is still struggling. But our team is playing really well. 10 games over 500. Dodgers are only 2 games under 500. We're not accomplishing the goal of improving our starting pitching ERA, which is kind of annoying. So Sterling's potential went down. So Tony, where's Tony at? I just saw Tony. I didn't update. Did I go past him? Tony is the future of this team. So his velocity improved. Yeah, he's getting better. Okay. Joe, slightly better. 7.11 ERA is not ideal. I'm bringing them all up. So Yankel Fernandez has 12 home runs. Didn't even start the year in the kind of crazy. So we actually have like an extremely good hitting team. I'm gonna go with that. See how they move things around. All right, so they kept all those guys in. They just switched guys around. So the Padres are ahead of us now. It would be really nice if our pitching didn't stink, but Joe Jimenez looks like he's settled down as our closer. What's crazy is our hitting can get even better. We have guys like Angel's hurt right now. We have guys that can be bench guys that can come up. Michael Togel has 20 home runs already. It's actually kind of nuts. It's honestly, we'll see does someone want you? I mean, you're 2.54 ERA for us, so you're pitching well. But maybe someone wants you. Chris Martin's 40 now. We got some veterans. We got some old guys on our team. No one really that interesting, to be honest. Well, sorry, pal. You're stuck with us. I feel like he was on our team. No, he wasn't. He was with Baltimore. Eric Reiselman? I mean, he's 24. Could be an interesting trade. So we're going to go here. Just throw in Anthony Volpe. I am definitely kidding. Don't worry, friend. I would like some money, though, if we're going to give him up. Yankees don't want to do ball. Although you want him? He's out for 5 to 6 months. We'll take it. We get the grumpy 36-year-old guy off our hands. We get a young pitcher that's pitching well. 2.25 ERA so far, but he's also 12 years younger, so that part will be good. Less likely for a regression and more likely. Yeah, you're batting 147, friend. You're lucky you're even on this team, because as soon as Angel's healthy, you are getting waived immediately. So we're falling off. We were 10 games above 500 at one point. I think we were even more. Um, all right, let's look at our strategy. Or what do we need to do? What do we need to do? There we go. Strategy here. I don't know. I feel like our pitching nothing's too radical with that. Do we still have? Yeah, Tony's still up there. Go ahead and offer him an extension. Another setback. My guy's been hurt for like 10 weeks. Like 15 weeks now, I think, at this point. I don't know what his first setback was, but I feel like an owner, if we went out and got Sandy Alcantara and Joe Ryan, then oh wow, he's popping off. I feel like if we got both of those guys, then the owner like had to be. Oh no, not him. But like we made swings at pitching. We just are never gonna have fantastic pitching. I guess Chris Bubik can come back up. It's kind of devastating. So Ben Joyce, he's promoted to being our closer. Not good. We're 14th in ERA. So we're technically better than we were. I mean, really, we have the guys. We have the guys to be good. Yeah, you're definitely a role player with a 4.98 ERA, friend. Yeah, these guys should just be happy they're even on our team with playing that poorly. It's crazy. I got Iglesias being upset with a 2.54. Like, he was doing okay. But, like, we got the second overall after being eighth. That's pretty poggers. We're going to swarp a list. So, Grady Emerson, kind of an insane shortstop prospect. Kind of an insane pitching prospect. There's a lot of crazy good. Let's see who they want us to get. Probably a third baseman. Josiah Spider Jordan. Yeah, he's kind of nuts potential. Justin Jeffries. You want us to get a 21-year-old? I'll go with what they think. 22. I can't do 22 years old as a pitcher. No, we're going with him. Sorry. I don't know why teams don't want him. Don't want that guy. We'll take him. Go with him. Go with Brian Sloan. Now we're kind of running out of players quickly. feel like there's just too many college players. I feel like as you get deeper into the franchise, there's just more high schoolers that are available, which I don't know how realistic that is. All right, let's get our boys signed. Josiah Jordan. He's going to be the GOAT. Can our starting pitching actually get better? A man can only dream. Marlins are laughing at us with Sandy and his 4.79 ERA. Ooh. Our starters ERA is up to 12. We're popping off. Are we? Yeah, we're number one in home runs. I'll say every single person besides one has double-digit home runs, which is actually insane. Michael Togula or whatever, is up to 27, up to 28. Our ERA is dropping back down. Jorge Lopez. Nope. Sorry. We don't. Not interested. Is there anyone on the trade block? We can't really see that, I suppose. But I guess we can start at the trade line. Trading deadline day. Rejected. We would like to have starting pitching, please. Edwin Diaz is not a starting pitcher, but is someone that we can look to trade. And there's no one good, so he's the best player that's available. He didn't want to be traded. Awesome. I love no trade clauses. Why even put him on the trading block? I feel like people with no trade clauses never waive it, even if you're a good team. Like, we're honestly like, we're a competitive team. We're a half game out of the wild card, but unfortunately, it's just not the case that anyone ever wants to waive their no trade clause, even on your own team. You have someone that's like terribly mad at you, and they still will never want to be traded. Oh wait, but him. No, we need to waive him. How's he doing in AAA? He has 21 home runs. We have too much hitting. We have too much. Our AAA team's just fantastic, I bet. Let's actually look at their record. No, they're horrendous. What the heck? Probably their pitching. It's all their pitching. All right, Andrew. I mean, you're complaining about your playing time. No longer a problem, right? We fixed your playing time. Yeah, we bring him up, and Joe Adell's is 226 average. 15 home runs, though. He's batting 355 in 28 games. He can play outfield a little bit. Can you play center? No. Yeah, Gil? No. I feel like we try to put him at center and see what happens. And then Sterling can go to right field. It's risky. But we risky with the bisky. Willie, 229. Unfortunate for him. I feel like, can we drop him down? No, we don't want to waive him. Yeah, we'll bring Angel back onto the team. Sterling immediately, it's a home run. And 22 home runs with a 235 average. Not bad. Drew Romo's going to break 10 home runs. I mean, I forgot that you're even on the major league roster. You're 8.5 ERA in AAA. You're lucky you're even there. These guys need to learn they need to argue when they have an argument. When you have a over 7 ERA at the major league roster and you had an 8.5, you're lucky we even brought you up. We're lucky you had injuries. We had injuries so you can be at the major league level. Complaining about your role on the team. It's called clown behavior. You're so bad, we don't even need to, like, it's past the trade deadline, but we don't even care to trade you. Stars ERA's down to 13th. We're cooking now. Will Joe Ryan get under a 5 ERA this year? Probably not. It's 5.45 ERA. Can he do it? He's really dragging our rating up. If he had like a 4 or 5 like Sandy, then we'd probably be like top 10 in ERA. But he's been kind of cheeks. Keep waiting for him to figure something out. But he's not. Our ERA is 24th. I don't know why it says. I guess probably it's probably the 12th in the NL. Overall, it's 24th. So still pretty horrendous. Carlos, 6.78 ERA. I think 3.11. We can bring him up. How's he doing? Still 306. I mean, I kind of like having Joe Adell on the team, even if he's not starting. Yeah, 4 game home run streaks. I mean, like, he's still mashing home runs. Just might not be a everyday outfielder for us, especially if Sterling, he's younger and he's also batting over 300 still. Oh, Joe's at 5.10. Is he going to be that man? Where is Chris Bubik? Remember how you were complaining about your role? That's kind of tough, brother. You can just go be a free agent. Nobody's going to want you with that crappy ERA. I was willing to let you figure it out in AAA, but you want to go be trash. You can go be trash in free agency. He's at 22 home runs. It's pretty poggers. I know, it's kind of like the philosophical difference. Like, he has 159 strikeouts, 214 average, but he hits home runs, versus the guy with the 296 average, but a lot less power potential. I feel like the higher average, I mean, when it's that different, 80 points difference. If he was batting 250, then I feel like you could argue like the home runs are going to bring more value than that, which his average is starting to dip. But if he stays above like 275, then I feel like well, makes it one decision easy. He's out for 6 weeks. But I feel like if he stayed above 275, then it would be a pretty easy decision. And like Angel, doesn't really have any power, so like that just makes it different. Can Yankel play center field? No, he cannot. So that should also factor in. We're gonna see if he can play left field though, and put Michael in right field. So center field, as when we look into the offseason, is probably going to be the biggest position that we can look for. Ironically, with Jung Ho Lee, is a good center fielder. Angel Martinez can play center field, but I mean with Joe Adell, 22 home runs, kind of mashing. His average is actually better than it was last year. He's on I guess, a lower pace, but he's played less games. Um, so he's probably not going to reach 33. But at the same time, we're 16 games over 500. Brandon Lowe has 27 home runs. So, like, we're number one in home runs. I mean, you can't complain about our production as far as hitting goes. If Joe Adell is our worst, Brandon Lowe and Joe Adell are our quote unquote worst hitters, and they still have 23 and 27 home runs. Michael Togula is kind of insane with his 30 home runs. So it's what, back to back years with 30? 25, 34, and 30. So, I mean, he's been an absolute beast for us. So we'd love to see that. We get stuck there for a second. Always get scared when it stops for a second. Joe Ryan. Oh, he was under 5. As soon as I said it, pops right above it. Joe Adell's now hurt. It might be time. Well, Jordan Beck can come up and play, but could also potentially bring up another pitcher. Who do we put on the injured list? So Sterling, we can bring up another person. Chapman, he's going to come back in a week. I don't think he'll be eligible for the playoff roster, which is very unfortunate. But we'll have him all next year, which will be really cool. So I think what we do is bring up Sam Bachman. Let him get a couple innings. And so Angel is a desperation play for center field. I mean, he's good in center field. I think he has a pretty decent rating. Yeah, 55. So, I mean, he's good. It's just we lose a bit of power with his bat being in the lineup, but we have Jordan Beck that's going to get some at bats. Anthony Alford is 0 for 10. Unfortunate for him. But we have several guys that we can bring down as far as hitters go. Angel still has a home run, though. So we have nobody has no home runs on the year, at least. But I don't think he's going to get the 10. We are still in the wild card race. I hadn't been checking that. Chapman's eligible to come off. Can we put him onto the playoff roster? That is question of the century. So he's on the 40-man. I don't know. I'll be really curious if he actually is able to stay on the. Well, first we have to make the playoffs. But I'll be very curious. We're a half game up of the Cardinals. I guess the Cardinals are still in as well. So the Dodgers are actually fighting to make it in. We're in the home stretch, though. That's pretty big. He got better. So we're a game up. I don't think we can catch. Yeah, we can't catch the Padres. They're way too far ahead. We're 2 games up. Oh, we do get a wild card spot. We made it to the playoffs. That's pretty massive. All right, so let's go. Can Chapman be on our playoff roster? He can. That's pretty interesting. All right, so he's going to go. We're going to put him on the playoff IL. So he'll be out for this first series. And then get Joe Adell on here and get him. He's out for 2 to 3 weeks. So I don't know if he'll actually be able to get back in. Same with Sterling. I feel like he's going to come back sometime soon. 3 to 4 weeks. So both of them might not be able to get back, but it can't hurt to have them on the playoff IL because then at least they'll be in the playoff thick of things. Who else could we potentially bring up? So we got our pitching. So we have a decent amount of pitchers. Um, we're not going to keep him on our roster. We're not going to probably keep him on the roster. We're going to look back here. And so, like, Charlie could be someone that we just keep there, but we don't really need him on that. I guess, I mean, I don't really want to bring Sam. He's not really that good. Will can come to the playoff roster. I guess we bring Sam Bachman up. And then we probably want to look for another pitcher if we can. There's not really anyone that's. We got enough pitching. We were at one more hitter, I suppose. Is he fast? Not really. He can play the outfield though. Can Charlie? What does Charlie do? So he can play outfield a little bit too. So I feel like we go with the guy with higher ability. Played at the major league level a little bit more. All right, so then we go here and I mean we go with a 4-man probably. We could probably go with the 3-man and take Joe out because he has a 5 ERA. So we're gonna go with a 3-man. All right. So Sam Bachman is like mop up duty, really. And then we have a lot of guys that can. I don't know. This should be an interesting little playoff run. So we're gonna actually play in these games. Um, so Joe Joyce, he's gonna be out for 8 weeks, so we're not gonna have him back, unfortunately. But we actually have to play the Dodgers, so they made it in. We have a 2-man rotation right now, which doesn't make any sense. We need a 3-man rotation at least, right? A 2-man rotation is a little diabolical. All right. So, I mean, Gabriel Hughes, he earned it over Joe Ryan. Joe, I mean, he threw a lot of innings for us, but unfortunately, kind of stinks. All right. That's what we got to do. So we improved our ERA. We got improved our, obviously we made the playoffs. Improved our ERA. We got a power hitter. We improved attendance. Our fan interest went up a lot. I would imagine we improved our record in road games. Doesn't say anything for it, but it feels like we did. So yeah, owner's got to be happy with us. Well, let's get into this game and see. See if we just get swept right away. We do have really good hitting, so it'll be interesting to see if that holds up in the playoffs. Angel Martinez is our worst hitter, but all right, we got Sandy. A little nervous. We are home though, so we do have the home field advantage. Shohei gets a walk here, and we get out without any damage. Start out with the home run. That's what we'd love to see. Boom, leadoff guy, home run. I'm actually very curious if I think he made the playoffs. So rookie of the month, all-star prospects selection. Yeah, he made the all-star game. So we might get some. Well, I don't think he's gonna win MVP or anything, but we could get a extra draft pick for him being at the major league level and doing that well as a rookie. Leadoff single, double, not looking good. The bases are loaded now for Will Smith, and they take the lead. Gets an out. They get another run. We get another out. So we're down 2. We're going to need our offense to pick us up. which really the Dodgers do have a good offense, so they're going to be hard to beat. I mean, they shouldn't have been in the wild card, to be honest. I don't know why they performed so poorly relative to what their standards should be. Sandy's pitching about as well as we could hope. And he's the fifth run he gave up. This is unfortunate. We're going to need some offense. We have one hit so far, which is a home run, which is good. But Sandy has given up 5 in 3 innings. See if he can get through a fourth for us without sucking. Got a second out, and he has a third. We need some offense. There we go. A little bit more offense than just a leadoff hit, and that's going to be it. So, did Sandy get hurt? No, he did get hurt. All right, so Joe Ryan, he's slightly tired. Where is Bernie? Slightly tired. I don't know. I think we just bring in him. See if he can get through without damage. It's just so difficult with a lineup like this. They just have so many good hitters. We had another home run. So we're down 4. We got a 2-out hit. And that is going to be it for us. So they hit a home run and we answer back. But we're still down 4. We hold them to nothing, which is a rarity. I guess half the innings we have, half the innings we haven't. Got a walk here with 2 outs, and that is going to be it. Shohei is up. So Anthony should be able to get through this inning for us, and he does just that. Kyle's going to lead off with a double. Michael is going to hit a double as well to trade spots with him, so we cut the deficit down to 3. Angel is... Do we let him swing away? I feel like we have to at this point. So he gets hit by a pitch, so we have 2 guys on base for Kobe Mayo, who has a pretty good sacrifice bunt, but I think we ought to let him swing away. Of course, he strikes out. Adali Amador is going to ground out, but advance the runners. 2 outs here for Yankiel, our rookie, and he is going to see the wild pitch, so we cut the deficit down to 2. He's still up, and we reduce it, so we get 2 more. Anthony is at the end of his stamina, so we got to bring in another dude, which a lot of our guys are already fatigued, which I feel like we got to risk it and bring in our worst pitcher because we do have to think about the next game. And if he gets anyone on, then I think we can take him out here. So we're going to go ahead and do that. I know we have to let him pitch another batter. Wow, that was devastating. All right, well, that was... Unfortunately, that was my fault. I should have put in a better pitcher. Oh, unfortunate. He gives up another home run. Well, at least we know he's going to stay in the game. That's devastating, though. And that's going to be it for us. So, backs on the ropes. Gave up 11 runs. Well, I feel like still, even though he sucked, even though that was horrendous, I feel like it's still okay to have him on there if we do get a big lead. But that was ugly. Backs are on the ropes. Is our offense going to pick us up? I don't know. Got Gabriel. This is another kind of risky leadoff home run for them. I just think the Dodgers are just going to score another 10 runs. We need some offense. We need a lot of offense, to be honest, to be able to catch or stay ahead of them. Shohei is going to be dealing for them, which is not good. Another good pitcher for them. Catch him stealing. 2-out single, and that is it. So still down a run. A leadoff single. Kyle gets a walk. A 3-run home run. That's what we need. We need like 8 runs every game to have a chance. Angel's going to hit a double here. Kobe's going to get a walk. So he's starting to struggle. He's starting to labor out there, which we love to see. Yankiel is going to hit a single. Or it looks, no, it's going to be a double. I guess, I don't know. I guess, is it considered a single? No, it does say a double for him. So an RBI, 2 RBI doubles. So we have a 5-run lead. They took him out. They brought in Bobby Miller. So we have another run from a single. Our offense is taking over this game. And unfortunately, a double play. But we do get 6 runs. So that is quite massive. So that means that we have a lot of flexibility with what we can do for the rest of this game as long as our pitching holds up. We would love to get a couple more runs if we can, but Gabriel is going to give him a 2-out double and hold him to there. On Hill, nothing. Kobe, nothing. Adiel, nothing. So he's at 64 pitches. He's starting to labor. Gave up a run. Gets an out. Gets a second out and issues a third walk, but is able to work out of it. Only giving up a run, so we're maintaining our 4-run lead. Making me nervous, though. Our offense has been stymied again, but we have 1 out here. Second out, Drew Romo is going to hit a single, so 2 hits this inning. Another single, which is going to just, I guess, dribble up the middle or be an infield single. Bases are loaded for Michael Togula, and that would have honestly just blown up. That would have been super clutch. So he's at 89 pitches. We're going to give him a base runner. Walks the first guy, so we're going to go ahead and take him out of there. And I mean, maybe this is where Chapman gets a little bit of time for pitching. All right, gets a double play. Angel Martinez is going to lead off with a ground out. Kobe Mayo flies out, and there we're going to let Chapman throw again this inning. One more batter. He's at 12 pitches, so he's towards the end of his stamina. Or he's in the middle of it, so we're going to we're up 4. This is where it's risky again, but we're going to bring in Joe Ryan. I'm scared that he's going to give up 5 runs. All right, he gets out of that inning. We would really love to have Joe pitch the rest of this game. Oh, a 2-run home run. That's exactly what we needed. Ezekiel Tovar, that's clutch. So we have a 6-run lead now. We have a double with a guy with 1 out. Kyle Manzardo pops out, and that's going to be it. But this means that Joe can just stay in the game and hopefully just pitch the rest of this game. Because then we have him essentially in a low leverage situation. We had a single here with 2 outs, and that's going to be it. So Joe is going to shut down this game. Gave up a home run, a double. Oh, he's crapping down his pants. All right, double play. All right, good. I got real nervous there that he was going to collapse. That's really good, though. That's really good. All right, so we have tied up the series. Deciding game here. Blake Snell against Kristen Scott. This would be our first playoff series win. Obviously, the first time in the playoffs since I took over, since I fixed this team. Get 1 out, 2 outs, and of course a solo home run. Leadoff walk, and a double play. Devastating. Got a little excited. We got a little action, but see if this is a quiet inning. It is. Brandon Lowe gets on base for a walk. Michael Togula. I didn't realize he was a switch hitter. That's actually crazy how much power he has already, or as a switch hitter. Angel is going to hit a single up the middle, which is going to score Brandon Lowe from second, tying up the game here. So we'd love to see that. Drew Romo is up, and he's going to hit a single here. That is fantastic. How did Drew Romo's season end up? 271, 10 home runs. So not a ton of power, but I mean, 271. Anything above 200 as a catcher, I'm already happy with. But 271, it's already fantastic production. But Kobe Mayo, he's going to pop out. Unfortunate for us. But Kristen Scott, after the home run, is settled down. Hopefully, continues to settle down. Walks the guy with 2 outs, but is able to work out of it. Adiel Amador is the first out. We had a single here with 1 out. Ezekiel had a big home run last game. Brandon Lowe is going to hit a double, which does not score the runner, but does put runners on second and third. There's no way a guy dives for a ball and hits the wall that he doesn't score. That's actually a scam. We should have a run there. We should have scored a run. And it's crazy to give me the option. But we do get some action there, I suppose. Shohei is out. All right, the game's still tied. Kyle. Angel. Drew. All right, still nothing happened for us. They take the lead back. Unfortunate. And a walk. Bunted foul. So ground out apparently right to the shortstop. Doesn't allow the runner score, but he gets a second out. And he gets a third out. So now we're down a run. Lots of time to get it back. We get a 2-out single, and that's going to be it. So he's at 76 stamina. We're going to give him a base runner, and then we'll take him out. All right, so we're good there. Brandon Lowe, big home run. Michael Thogla, big home run. Cal Mazzardo, big home run. Nope. All right, same thing. We're going to give him. Oh, no, actually, at this point, we're in desperation mode, so we got to bring in. We got to bring someone good in. So Chapman pitched yesterday. We have a right-handed pitcher or hitter that's up. So I feel like Ryan Presley has got to be the dude that we bring in. We get 1 out, a walk, gets 2 outs, and he gets a third. We got to get something going. We have a whole lot of nothing going. I'll be devastated if we lose 2-1. We're going to let him pitch this inning as well. A little risky. All right, we're going to bring in lefty matchup for Shohei. Bring in Chapman. Our best chance to get him out. And we do just that. So in the bottom of the 8th, got the top of the lineup. Leadoff guy on. Fielder's choice. Ezekiel. Double play. That is absolutely devastating. So we're going to let Chapman see if he can finish out the 9th here. All right, we're going to bring in another lefty to finish out this inning and to give up a double. Oh my gosh, our season's over. We did so well. Oh. He collapsed. Another run. Just get the out. Oh my gosh. We're down 5 runs. I don't think we have enough power to come back. Game's still alive. Nope. Season's over. 4-run 9th inning, and we even got the run to tie the game up. Dodgers just had too much for us. It's unfortunate, but what are you going to do? It comes down. I mean, there is our pitching or hitting that let us down. We only got 2 players. Oh, he was 37. Oh, that's so disappointing. Watch the Dodgers win the whole World Series from the wild card. But I mean, it's a massive step forward for our team to obviously improve the 75 wins the season before, but to obviously make the playoffs. And we had a chance. We had opportunities. We just have to have more hitting. I mean, obviously, like that 4-run inning there at the end, which probably devastated us regardless, but um, better pitching too puts us in a better spot. If we have just better overall pitching, then we probably don't even make the wild card. We probably get that first round bye, but then we probably lose to the Dodgers anyway in the next round. They probably win the wild card. But really big step forward. So exciting for the next year. Dodgers don't even make the World Series after beating us. And I mean, we've had pretty devastating injuries to our pitching as well, to at least our bullpen. Our bullpen ended up doing pretty well relative to what they were suffering from. Our starting pitching was still horrendous, though. Joe Ryan was not the solution. Sandy Alcantara was not the solution. And unfortunately, our pitching let us down. Really, kind of the whole year. Nico Tovar is a 310 average, so that's still pretty amazing. And a 7.7 WAR. Bobby Witt at a 9 WAR. I don't really fully understand what WAR is, but I feel like a 9 is really high. All right. Now let's look at the waiver wire. I feel like we try to claim him. All right. We're not going to go too far into the off season. I think this is going to be a shorter video than the last one. We're about an hour and a half in, and I'm starting to get a bit tired. It's about 1 o'clock in the morning. Got to cook to now, but let's find a good pitching coach. I think he's good. I feel like development at the major league level. I feel like we go with him though. He's still good development. But the aging will be nice. For Sandy and for Joe Ryan. How's Stoney doing? 4.09 ERA, not bad. Not bad. 1.88. We just gotta try to improve our pitching, maybe. I think instead of control, we try to improve all our secondary pitches. I don't know if that will have an impact. Don't know if that will be good, but we're just gonna find guys and give them secondary pitch improvement. Maybe that will increase their strikeouts, make them better as a result. He's developing really fast. It's kind of cool to see. All right, we're going to give him quality of contact and then secondary pitch improvements. It's just so I don't know, it's hard to be disappointed. I mean, we made the playoffs, so that's already improvement. If we can consistently make the playoffs, then I'll be quite happy. Because it's all you can really do in this kind of game is put your team in the playoffs, create a team that's good enough to consistently be in the playoffs, and then hope that everything just improves. But what's our player development lab? We need to increase that money. So I feel like we take him out and we put someone else in. But he is 239. I feel like we get Sterling, try to get him some bat speed. All right, well, let's see. Oh, yes, let's look at the arbitration period. So, $21 million. We're going to avoid the last year. I am not interested in $21 million for that level of crap that he gave us. So we improved all our. We still want to acquire a power hitter. We led the team or led the league in home runs. All right. All right. I mean, he had 29 home runs. I guess. What more did they expect? I'm not really sure. Let's look here at, or not, All-Star voting. Arbitration. So Kobe, did he even? No, he didn't make it up. 6 error, yeah. Unfortunately, he didn't do much for us. Joe Ryan sucked. That was such a disappointing trade to get. A 5 ERA. He couldn't even make it under 5. That's just so bad. He's so bad, nobody even wants him. Not even. I mean, we could get that 23-year-old center fielder, but I kind of feel like we keep everyone here. Besides, obviously, the default, they want to release Kobe Aller, which I think is fine. Like Hunter Goodman. It's a good backup catcher, good power. Only 7 home runs last year, but I mean, has 60 power. A lot of guys that are free agents. So Chris Martin definitely not re-signing. Ryan Presley was pretty mid. Let's see what his contract extension is for $4 million a year. It's not too bad. Let's see if we can get other guys first. We definitely don't want him back. Let's look at our minor league players. We'll keep Carlos Luna there just as an extra. Yeah, we'll let him leave. So I feel like Sandy, even though we declined his option, we can offer him the qualifying offer. Let's see what Joe. I feel like he's not going to want that much. He wants $13 million. Oh, we're gonna have to trade to get some more money. What's he want? He wants 20. Brandon Lowe will do the qualifying offer for him. He wants 2. I feel like we can do that. And then what's Joe want? We just do 13. So we might not need to game. Might need to play around with the money and whatnot. I think we still try to trade Joe though. We see if we can get any pitcher. Chandler Chapman. A younger lad. Or Jack here. It's actually probably who I want. Yeah. I'm not looking anymore. I think the Angels got some money for us too. Give us at least $60 million. We are broke. Please. Please, we're broke. Fernando Cruz. Were you an international? We didn't even have. Was traded by the Chicago Cubs to the Rockers for Joe Kelly. For. He actually played at the major league level. Did he even do anything for us? Yeah, he's actually pretty good. Hmm. I mean, for $60 million, it's pretty good for us. We got money now. We're rich, boys. We are rich. All right. We'll go until we'll go to the start of free agency, I suppose. Brooks Baldwin is not that man. All right, let's go to boo, 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 boo. Free agency filings. I feel like though we could probably re-sign Brandon Lowe. I don't want to give him a 7-year contract. 3 years, I'm fine with. Once 5 years, it's honestly still too much. Like he's fine, but we have Charlie Condor that's going to need to come up at some point, and he's going to be that. He's going to be that power hitter for us. Alec. No, why? Why is that a good trade? That's horrible. Angel complete every position for just a random outfielder. And we're going to keep Joe Adell. Jake Madden's already developing, so no. We don't need a 30-year-old outfielder. We can find guys that can stand in the outfield. That part I am not worried about. All right. Free agency filings. Let's get it. So Brandon Lowe's a free agent. Sandy's a free agent. Didn't really. I'm surprised Sandy didn't accept it because that's basically what his team option was. It was 1 million less. But Brandon Lowe, I'm not surprised. It's just hard for us to justify it. Sort of interesting shortstop. Throw him a minor league contract. We can offer him a minor league contract. Probably won't accept it. So nobody else too crazy. Let's look here at free agency. We don't need a bat. We don't need a bat. We need pitching. Only pitching. Brandon Lowe is by far the best hitter available. No one else that's really that good. So let's look at pitching. Sandy is a good starter that's available. Jack Flaherty's available. Really just too expensive for the most part. John Gray is kind of a risky signing, but I mean, only $7 million for 1 year. That's the kind of guy that we don't mind taking a risk on for sure. Hunter Harvey could be a good bullpen guy. For 1 year for 4 million, not too bad. Torn UCL for 10 months. So he's cooked. Jack Flaherty's only 14. I feel like we do 3 years for 14. That's definitely a risky offer to make. Jose Hernandez. Is he on our team? No, he's in Oklahoma. Hmm. There's a lot of full 3 stars that are available. Guess maybe we'll go through free agency. See what we can find. Let's look at hitters as well. It's like he was injured a lot last year. 8 years, 22 million. I do 3 years. I don't really want you that bad. Huh, Milwaukee signed him. He batted 147 for him. They ended up releasing him after getting him. And there's no one that's like crazy good that we'd be interested in signing as a hitter. I mean, Brandon Lowe wants 23 million a year. It's just too much. And it's not even like that he's not worth it. It's just too much. It's just too much money. Wait, he was on our team last year? Oh, wait. I'm thinking Tampa Bay. Like, I'm still Tampa Bay. I'm back on my Tampa Bay file. I was like, how did I put someone on the trade block? I never do that. Just gaslight myself. What, Jesus? Can't help. Although this is actually kind of a crazy nice trade. I don't know why they want him that bad. I'm not gonna fight too hard for him, to be honest. We're the Rockies. We can't fight for teams. Fight more rich teams, which is every single team. Ooh, Chandler Simpson? The Speed Boy? We definitely discuss it for sure. Take Jordan Beck off. Hmm. Just want any amount of money. Hmm. This is a tough one because it's power, you can go up a little bit more. And we're essentially just getting just the speediest guy in the league. But I think we take the risk. We take the speed. Just gotta go back to the... It's an exciting player to get for sure. They want to trade Adley Rushman. I just want the best prospect in baseball. I've certainly seen worse trade requests. It's not really worth it. Check the free agent, see if we get anyone. We got two guys. Older veteran guys that could be good. So what did he 4.58 last year, 2.42 in 5 games, but with Miami 4.44. So I mean, risky signings in the sense, but I guess not really too risky because we can Brent Rooker. Ooh, I knew they'd want Valdez. He had 47 home runs this year. What's his contract? Oh, that's so risky to go. But that's such a cool trade to get. Is there any other prospect we can give up, though? What if we give you JT Quinn and Rich Dallas? And Luis. We immediately swing. So we end up then just getting rid of Chandler Simpson, but then we're getting tons of power. We'll see if we get them to eat some of that, eat the contract. Maybe up to 40%. Throw some random prospects to them to get more of the, save more money. All right. Looks like the 50% is about what the most we're gonna be able to get for them. This is I mean, I would say it's not really too risky. So we're essentially going a bunch of prospects. Um, JT Quinn is certainly, the top end prospect to get them interested. I mean, a catching prospect is risky no matter what. So extreme risk, extreme developmental risk, and then 3-star 17-year-old kind of dime a dozen as far as prospects go. Chandler Simpson being a kind of major league ready player for them, and then someone like that who's a more, I guess, a less risky prospect, and then another high risk one. That's a two. I think he's what, 2 stars? Yeah, and he's 2 stars as well. So yeah, Brent Rooker's a pretty. That's a, especially in Colorado with that kind of atmosphere. It's actually kind of nuts. It's actually kind of crazy. So then that puts Brent Rooker there. I feel like then that makes Kyle expendable because we don't really like he's a straight DH. And again, we have um, our first baseman. What's his face? Charlie, that needs to come up to the major league level. So we can get someone that can do a little bit more than what Kyle can. We get Hunter Green. Oh my goodness. That's definitely what we're going to do, unless there's someone else crazy available. Brooks Lee would be cool, but we just don't really need that position. Paul Skeens? Why is he available? He's... All right, hold up. Why? So Hunter Green. Can we swing 2 insane trades? Let's remove Kyle. So I mean, trading a bullpen arm for Hunter Green. Yes, please. Just keep his contract too. Come on. All right, keep 55%. And we'll give you. Oh, Bernie's interesting. We'll give you Nick. Let's go 60. All right. That's actually insane. Actually insane. And I think we can still get, we keep going back. Can we still get Paul Skeens? Why is he a closer? What happened to him? That's nuts. I guess we're gonna have to pay him next year, but I mean, yeah, he was a starter and they just moved him to a closer. I don't really understand that. Oh, they just want nothing. Just add to it. No way. That is insane. So our pitching just got so much better. That's busted. Why are we able to get that? I feel like we put Paul Skeens in the starting rotation. He went 1-12. Oh my gosh. Maybe that's why they took him out. He still had a 4.24 ERA, so maybe the Pirates just didn't give him any run support. That's diabolical, though. That's insane. Why is he available? Okay, that's just nuts. Who else do we need to protect? I guess maybe him? Oh, we don't have any more spots. We still get Adley Rushman, but I mean, he's not worth trading our best pitching prospect. If that Tony guy stays healthy, he might just be our Paul Skeens. That's fine. Hunter Harvey's available. Let's look at the Rule 5. I think, yeah, we have 4 spots open potentially. So we could honestly look. Wait, he's available? That's kind of crazy. Did he play at the major league level at all? No. Same birthday as me. I mean, I feel like this is risky, but I feel like. Can we just trade for him? I don't want too much, but I mean, we can just take him. I feel like we gotta go. We'll see in the next round. I kind of want to grab this guy because he's full 3 stars. See if someone took him. Nobody took him. So in theory, if we just had him stashed on our roster the whole year, could potentially be that dude. It's like a top 50 prospect. Huh, it's interesting. So 23-year-old. Can he play anything other than second? He plays shortstop as well. We'll risk it for him as well, I think. Did he play in AAA? Yeah. So more guys available in the Rule 5 than I would expect. Took him in the 4th round. That's toxic. Get that 24th pick next year. Unfortunate. But Brent Rooker had 47 home runs. I feel like if that's not a choir power hitter, I don't know what is. Let's look at, yeah, okay. See that that goal was achieved there. Literally nobody else in the AL that has more home runs than he had last year. So, although I feel like Brandon Lowe was a pretty good acquisition last year, so it's pretty toxic that he didn't consider that accomplishing that goal. Oh, I thought I clicked it. I guess we made it 2 hours. I was getting a little tired at hour 30, but I got some more energy as the off season came. But yeah, if you made it to like the very end of these, even if you're clicking through and you're just getting right to the end to kind of see where I get, I do appreciate it. And it's kind of probably what I would do honestly if I was watching a video like this, just kind of click through and kind of just see different parts. So I do appreciate that. We do get a supplemental 1st round pick because these videos are doing better than I thought they would. Honestly, I didn't think they would do much, have any sort of interaction at all. So I really do appreciate that. Some of them get over 100 views, and seems like every single one gets a couple at least, and it's nice to be able to play a game like this. And I may sound a little tired now, but like I'm still enjoying it. It's just been on, I'm just tired in general, but not tired of playing this game. And that's why I keep doing it and keep wanting to do more stuff. And I don't know, I just enjoy the grind, I suppose. All right. Well, who signed Brandon Lowe? The Giants? Wasn't he on the Giants at one point? No, he's been on Tampa Bay his whole life. But I mean, batted pretty well for us. $31 million a year? No shot. No shot we would sign him. Oh my gosh. Why? Yeah, there would be no way that. I mean, like, there'd be fans that'd be disappointed, but, like, for that amount, there's no shot. Jack Flaherty went back to Detroit. That's kind of hilarious. What was his contract? 22. So, I mean, he was more achievable, but it's hard to know when we're a lower rung team, a lower interest team overall for players to come to. If that would be the same kind of contract we would be able to get from him. So it looks like our season tickets are going up. Our attendance is supposed to be over 40 because we got cheap tickets. It's what we do. Walmart of baseball games. So our revenue is going to go up per game too. Maybe that's a strategy. You just increase your attendance to. I mean, that might be the max attendance if that's a whole number like that. So what we're going to do is turn on commissioner mode. And we're going to set this to $18. Because I feel like 41,000 is a sold out stadium every game. Which, I mean, like, if you could actually do that just by lowering the ticket price, like, that'd be pretty cool. But we're going to turn that back off. I don't know why it doesn't let you adjust the ticket stuff during the off season. I feel like that's that's when you'd want to do that stuff, not in the middle of the season or right before in spring training or whatever. Elise Roberts gets $191 million, almost 192 million. It's quite a lot. Quite a lot. The Hall of Fame, but Rodriguez, probably Alex Rodriguez in. I don't know if he's getting it in real life. So Paul Skeen's stamina's dropped down to 35, or at least it says it did. Still says 40 here. I'm still curious if he can actually be a starter, but he could also be a dominant closer. Brent Rooker at the 80 power. It's just kind of crazy that he was available. Huh, he played for Minnesota and Kansas City, so he bounced around a little bit and then found his way onto the Athletics and hit 30 home runs. I thought he was good for like his whole career. I'm surprised. I guess he had a 9 home runs in 2001. They kind of bounced around. That's fairly interesting. So drafted by the Minnesota in the first round. So he got picked off of waivers. He signed a 1 year extension. Hey, you know what? I'll take it. 32 years old, I still will take it. So we're gonna end this here. We got Brent Rooker, we got Paul Skeens, Cody Senga, Hunter Green. Like we got a lot of players, so it'll be interesting to see if we're able to improve. The last thing we'll look at is transaction, not history, but the decision history, and see that we've had some good picks. Sam Hilliard, I guess, did well with the Toronto, which I mean 240, and I guess he had a decent amount of home runs. So no one that really kind of went insane. I guess Nolan could have been a lot worse. Atlanta, I think he could have been useful for us, but at the same time, I felt like we had good players at the positions. We just had some injuries. Nabil, he actually pitched pretty decent for us. But Kobe Mayo is continuing to be a good player. And yeah, we got some guys. So Bernie Martinez, 4 WAR, pretty good for a free agent signing. And then Christian Scott, got him from the Mets. 2 good years so far. Still got more potential to go up. Joe Ryan, I guess, is a positive WAR still somehow. Joe Jimenez, it's pretty good. Wilson Dominguez, he's only played 1 year. Was he ever? What did he do for our team? He's 31. Let's look at all levels. Oh, that was an international player. Okay, I was like, why does he have no minor league time? So I guess it was just an injury that he had. Batted 636 and 15 at bats. Kind of insane, but yeah, I'm fine with that because I remember we overpaid him. Now that I'm thinking about it, so not too bad. We look at our manager history as well. So we went from 75 to 87 to essentially flip flopping that record. We improved our batting average, our ERA, our runs scored by quite a bit, and decreased by our runs allowed by quite a bit and made the playoffs. So definitely a good move in that direction. So hopefully that continues in the next video, but that won't be until next week. So until then, hopefully enjoy the Tampa Bay, playing every game. I have a bunch of those coming out as well every day. And then this will just be, 1 day a week type thing. So if you like the longer videos, there's one of these, and then those ones are a bit shorter and a little bit easier to digest, I think, at least for, because they're shorter. But anywho, that's going to be it for this one. I'll talk to you all in the next video and hope you all have a great day. Peace.